Hey everybody, guess what happened to me like in the last couple of days?
No. She's been in denial.
I
It
haven't
hasn't-
really.
Yes, you have.
We're capturing your attention fast. You know what?
It hasn't been in the last couple of days.
Give it to me
No,
so I can show them.
no,
You're
no,
dragging it out.
No, see this?
They're going to tune out. I'm not wearing those glasses, but you know what? I actually probably need to. Because what I've noticed is like I'm 44, right? So I've been saying to Paul, you know, me and the law of attraction, I'm not going to need glasses. The fact of the matter is that that's just one of those biological things. And even though I thought that possibly I wouldn't, I'm probably going to have to because I'm sort of holding things a little bit further away to read them now.
She's still in denial. Probably going to. I would say definitely must. And that's just how it is, you know.
But it's funny because it kind of gives you a funny sense of getting older, doesn't it? Like, you know, you don't think that. And
I went for a walk
weird.
today. This morning it was beautiful in Melbourne. It was crisp and cold. And while Megan was doing her boxing, I went for a walk around what's called the Tan, around the Botanical Gardens in Melbourne, which is spectacular. And when I was walking around, it's really beautiful, and there's lots of people, all different shapes and sizes, old and young and everything. You know, it's just there's interesting movement and energy around the Tan. And I thought to myself, I wished I was 23 again.
I don't wish I was 23 again. I love my age now.
No, I want my standing and
do you want to
my brain, and I just want a younger body.
Okay, but if you could go click and you're 23 again,
no, I don't want to be 23 again.
You just want to be you in a 23-year-old body.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, we can all say that.
I do, because you see,
no cellulite, no wrinkles, perfect eyesight. Who wouldn't want that?
I just wished that I knew when I was 23 what I know now.
Yeah, I don't know why that had a little break then, but
do you know what the key is? But do you know what the key is? If at 15, 18, 20, 23, 25 you can have a mentor or a grandparent or parents that can teach you things that move you in the fast lane.
What do you mean?
Well,
you mean so you don't have to learn from experience, and someone can say to you, don't do that because...
Just listen. I know it's hard for you. Some people have to live till they're 70.
Don't you love that, everyone?
So you still don't listen.
Yeah, but
sometimes
people tell me that I overtalk you, but you just overtalk me. Can you just let him know that he did that then, everyone?
Listen. Some people have to live to 80 to work it out. And then it's too late. Their body's failed. So the key is, if you can learn it a lot earlier in your life and you get it a lot earlier in your life, you got the game stitched up. That's how it is.
Is that worth me being quiet for, everyone?
Well, when you talk, I'm quiet.
But I think the thing is that you know, when you're sort of our age, 40s and 50s, you're kind of halfway in between. You're sort of not old, you're not young, but you sort of don't really. You feel like everything's working well and everything's got. And then when you have that little thing with the glasses, so it's kind of interesting. Anyway, Paul and I just watched Oprah's video or her show on Ralph Lauren. It was great, wasn't it? Paul happened to be wearing this shirt, which is very similar to the jacket Oprah was wearing.
But I like their stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I bought a great vest when we were overseas last time. And do you know what? I'm even more glad I bought that vest because I love him. And if anyone hasn't had the chance to see that show, somehow managed to get a copy because he had such a beautiful family, didn't he? And there was so much of it I could relate to, like the whole creativity thing. Like he was saying that when he first designed ties and they wanted him to give up his name and they would just produce them. I had that with the bed linen company too. They wanted me to design for them. Or, you know, do some stuff just under our name and it won't be under yours, but you'll still earn the same money. It really irked me, and it was like, nah, that's not what I want to do. And there were so many things in that video, in that show that were great, weren't there?
He still had time to be a dad, and he still spent time with his kids.
Yeah.
And he enjoyed that part of his life. And the bit that I liked was that he liked his clothes as they got older because they wore it and they were softer to wear, which I can relate to because last year when we travelled, the airlines lost my suitcase. And you know what? It was really sad because I had some really favourite things and they were just...
Yeah.
You know, they were just my favourite things in that case.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you get reimbursed for the suitcase, it's not the same.
And Ralph was saying how he still likes to this day his regular jeans
Yeah.
or his tweed jackets that are worn in. He doesn't want new stuff.
I liked it when Oprah
comfortable
said,
stuff.
so do you have loads of stuff and so do you throw things out? And he said, no, I just add to my wardrobe. And I said, oh, I can relate to that.
Well, especially when he said his wife has a huge wardrobe,
Yeah.
but he doesn't. I can
Yeah.
relate to that.
Or see, for example, I like adding to things. See, this shirt I reckon I've had for, 8 years. It's like a wool shirt. But the sweater I'm wearing is from Sass & Bide. Oh, my God. I went to the opening night of Sass & Bide combining with Maya last night. The video's coming. It's just taking a little while for me to edit. But I met with my two favourite designers. So if you're in the States or whatever, this was like me meeting Ralph Lauren in person. Wasn't it, really? Because...
You got a buzz.
Oh, and they're nice. And they were Sagittarians like me. I'm going to do a blog and I'm going to do everything. It's going to be everywhere. Facebook, photos, everything. But it was a buzz and they were nice. There's nothing better than meeting someone you really admire and they're nice. Don't you think?
Well, it's a bit of a letdown if they're not, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, this was just a short little silly video because we were talking about glasses and getting older and I said, we've got to make a video about this. Was there something else we were going to say?
Oh, no, Megan said, do you want to be 23 again? No. And I said, but I don't run anymore. I swim or I do spin classes or I walk because my lower back gets sore and my vision's not as good. And Megan said, what happens with your vision? I said, well, when I was about 44, 45, reading a newspaper in the dark or in a poorly lit restaurant or a menu in the evening in a restaurant, and I said, it actually goes very rapidly. And then she said, she said to me, does it halt, and I said, well, mine sort of halted, but then my long vision started going, so I've got the multifocals now, which, that's a whole new ball game to get used to.
You know what, though, some people look good in glasses. Paul doesn't look bad. I look, as you just saw, I look like I'm 110. Like, I can't do the glasses factor.
As you get older, you get the wrinkles, you get the sunspots, you get grey hair, and it's harder doing the gym work and it's harder doing the exercise because I'm stiffer in the morning. That can have its advantages as well.
I wasn't even going to go there. I wasn't even going to, because everyone on YouTube notices everything. So you don't even need to go there. Yeah, that's funny. But look, we've had a great week, haven't we?
We went to a good restaurant tonight.
In Melbourne, what was it called? Golden Fields?
Golden Fields.
In
it was
St
Andrew
Kilda.
McConnell in Fitzroy Street, St Kilda.
Pictures on Facebook coming.
It was absolutely beautiful. We thoroughly enjoyed it, didn't we?
Yep.
We were like a couple of teenagers. Zoe was going.
I had margaritas. 3 margaritas.
Margaritas.
Do you know what? The funny thing is, just my little secret, I used to love having a tequila. Like when I was, 19 or 20, I used to love having 2 tequila shots, and that would just make me silly. Like I might be drinking something else and have 2 tequila shots, and I would enjoy that, but know when to stop.
I think you peaked a bit early on that and maxed out.
And then one night, it was my first night out without the kids, like they were little, and Paul had taken them to his mum's house and I was getting ready. I think I had a wine or a Kahlua or something. I had definitely had something. And I went to this opening night of this Mexican restaurant called Poco Loco in South Melbourne.
No, Richmond.
Richmond.
Swan
It
Street,
was Richmond. And I reckon I would have had maybe 5 or 6 shots. And you know what shots do? Like, you think you're on in charge.
That's like when a woman goes shopping, you say, did you buy much? And she says, no. If Megan owned up to 5 or 6 shots, it was more like 10 or 20.
No, I'm telling you, no, because over the years I have admitted it was probably 6.
When she came home, she was in the bathroom on all fours, and I'd never seen that ever in my
Ever?
life. So I think it takes more than 5 or 6.
No, it was. On my word of honour, it was 6.
That was the end of tequila.
6 is being incredibly generous.
That was the end of tequila until Oprah came.
I couldn't even smell
and
it.
when Oprah came...
And then Oprah said, let's have a margarita. And then
the energy was right, so Megan had another tequila.
And then she had beautiful tequila. I'm telling you, when you get good tequila with lime, she likes it with lots of lime and ice.
Isn't that like anything?
And you know what? Now I drink tequila with lots of lime and ice. I feel like I'm like 12 and my favourite pop star has just told me that they eat jelly beans or something. Or, it's like that. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Anyway, it's fun, and we had a great night. And how short is this? 7 minutes and 13 seconds.
See ya.
Are we doing a Saturday video, or is this it?
Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
We might surprise you. Bye, everyone. Have a happy weekend. Bye. Did you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Bye.